Congratulations, you've gotten your deal, you got the credit card, your worksheet has gone into VLO. Now what do you do next? You've got a member who's upgraded their membership, and we need to know and make sure that you're following the steps that happen afterwards. So the first thing that you're going to do after you've got them in that state of mind and all excited is you're going to go get your preliminary paperwork. Now, we have two types of members here at the VIA group. We have those who own fixed units, and we have those who have just their points, or just their weeks to points. Depending on the member that you have, if you do have one that has a fixed unit, you need to make sure that you get the preliminary paperwork that is according to that purchase. If they have purchased above the unit that they have that's fixed, you are going to need 2 sets of paperwork. These two. You're going to want to have the one that says understanding and acknowledgement of the fixed week referral and also the regular VIA preferred access. Now, in each one, when you open it up, it's a little bit different. In the fixed unit, it's very important that we actually write down the information on that unit here. And if they're purchasing above that, you're going to write the difference in this one here. We have very few fixed weeks owners, so we're going to go over this one. This one's pretty basic. Now, when you do the preliminary paperwork, you want to make sure that you fill out all the correct areas. I've highlighted the areas which are blank, making sure that you have the amount of points that they're purchasing, the maintenance fee that goes along with the preferred points, explaining those preferred points there, as well as with the maintenance fee that they are going to be receiving is due right over here. Now, the signatures of the members are very important, as well as putting your name here. You are the person who is the representative. And explaining as well that the Interval International has an additional yearly fee. You write the basic $89 here. That's the first one. The other one also that's in here is the preliminary credit rating request form. This one right here. You want to make sure that you cover up the area of Social Security. We don't want anybody's Social Security number written down. The group doesn't require it or need it. As well as if you have a member who is retired, in the area of employment information, you could have them write retired across right here. Make sure that the signatures and their names and information is correctly filled. And next is the congratulations new member service information form, this one right here. This one is very important because the member is going to receive a welcome call, which is the following step that I want to go over with you guys. You want to make sure that you talk to the member and explain to them that the welcome call is going to happen about 5 to 7 days after their change or purchase. It's important to have this form filled so that we know when they're back home, what information they need to be able to, as in phone numbers as to where they're going to call. Explain to them that it's a very basic phone call, letting them know a very basic information in regards to their changes. If they have added their children after the purchase date, and it's going to be added on to the kids, let them know as well that on that welcome call it might not reflect adding the children, but that will happen eventually about a month later. It takes a little time to add them so that they don't get upset in regards to, well, why aren't my kids on there? Now, the other part is after they finish the preliminary work, you've done your contracts. VLO is finished, you've now congratulated them, and you've given them their breakfast certificate. You're either going to give them the breakfast certificate the day of or the following morning at your button-up. The button-up. The button-up is very important, and there's a couple different ones. Prior to that, once you have finished giving them, their congratulations, their envelope, and you send them on their way, you want to make sure that you've taken down their information to email them. Having an email that confirms your connection with the client is very, very important. They go home, they read it, they open it, plus it also has an avenue by which they can communicate with you while they're still on vacation if they don't have a cell phone or a phone number that they can reach you at. Now, the button-up. Now your emails, let's touch on that really quickly. There are some standard emails that you could just copy and paste and change very basically. I personally like to personalize it, remembering who the people is, who they are during the day, something that connected them with me, and make it personal. Not only for them, but here's the thing, if they email you in the future and you cannot remember because you've had so many clients who the heck this person is, having that little bit of reference, whether I don't know, their child and their dog, or the connection of sailing, whatever you want to do. If you have that connection, it will ring something in your mind, giving you the ability to remember who they are and better help them. Just a little tip right there. Now, in regarding to button-ups, you want to make sure that you touch bases with your client after they've done a change. A lot of these are emotional sales, and there's a lot of compulsiveness that can happen, and you want to endure, and you make sure that, that choice endures throughout the rest of their vacation. A good button-up the next morning, meeting them in the morning, giving them their voucher, making sure that they've had any questions, answering any questions that they might have. That's a good one. Now, if you have a bigger deal, like a member that's going into Elite, you want to make sure that the different things that we can offer them are being done, any extra services. But also, as a rep, you have your spiff fund. You've been given a spiff. You want to kind of maybe get them a bottle of wine, take them out to dinner. It really depends on your connection on the client. But the bigger size of the deal, honestly, the bigger investment in time that you want to have with them afterwards to ensure that the decision that they've made was absolutely the right one for them. But yeah, so the last thing is, if you have a member who's made a decision and they're kind of shaky, and they're asking, hey, I can change my mind in about 5 days, right? I still have 5 days to change my mind. I would call that a shaky deal. Sometimes those people definitely will need some attention throughout the week. If you care about your money and you care about your deal, and especially if you care about your client, touch bases with them. Find out how they're doing. See if anything else that you can help them with is available. Just be a friend after the sale, and you'll see how much more they'll be able to stick. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope you enjoyed the little few steps that we have here, and have a great day. Thank you.